So last Thursday night, the Pats beat the Giants 35-14. Now, before I talk about the game itself, I first want to issue a bit of an apology to my viewers for this video coming a bit late. I did mean for this to go up this past weekend, but unfortunately, I ended up getting sick over the weekend, so that kind of ate up most of my time. I'm also, and for those watching Creepypastathon, I'm also really sorry that I'm super behind on that. Kind of the same thing. I've got so much going on in my life. Long story short, but anyway, I will catch up to all that. Just give me some time. That's all I ask. But anyway, with that said, let's talk about last Thursday night. So as I said, the Pats won 35-14. Now, if you look at the score, you would think that the Pats absolutely just dominated the Giants, and this was a one-sided game. But when you watch the highlights, it's pretty two-sided. I think the Giants played a really good game here. They kept it close. Both defenses played really well. I do want to give the Giants credit before I talk about the Patriots. At least their defense. I think their defense played really well for the most part. But I think our defense just kind of outplayed them. And at the end of the day, well, let's just say that there's a reason I called the title Defense Lights Up Thursday Night. So let's start with Tom Brady. Yeah, let's start with the offense after talking about the defense. Makes sense. um, so he had a pretty decent game, I would say. He had 334 yards and two rushing touchdowns. That being said, he did throw no touchdowns at all and had a really ugly interception. I forgot who on the Giants picked it off. I forget his name. It escapes me at the moment. Edelman had a nice catch towards the end of the game, so that was there was some good plays on offense. And as I said, Brady had 334 passing yards, so that isn't truly terrible. And he had two rushing touchdowns, so wasn't the worst game ever, but it certainly was not a great game. I would say wasn't the greatest game, but whatever. Let's talk more about the defense because, as I've been boasting about almost all season now, they absolutely ripped it up tonight. They forced four turnovers, including three interceptions and one fumble, which was picked up for a touchdown. Stephon Gilmore, John Simon, and Duron Harmon all had the interceptions, and Kyle Van Noy actually had a picked up a fumble for a touchdown. Chase Winovich also he had a touchdown on a block punt return, so that was awesome. It's always nice to see a Michigan boy doing some work in the NFL. And overall for the defense, it was a really great game. But that kind of leads me to something else I wanted to talk about in this video. Now, so the trade deadline's coming up. We did just see a couple of moves happen with the LA Rams. They sent Marcus Peters to the Ravens, and then they made a trade for Jalen Ramsey. We saw one big move happen, and we've heard rumors of the Pats inquiring about like AJ Green and Tyler Eifert and stuff. At least I have heard some rumors about that. I don't know how true that is, so I'm not gonna speak it as if it's fact. But it does kind of lead me to a question, and this is what I wanna this is kind of what I want to end the video on. And it's what should we do at the trade deadline? Now, I'm asking you guys, what do you think we should do? Now, what do I think we should do? I wouldn't mind them adding another wide receiver, although I think N'Keal Harry returning to practice, that's good news. Philip Dorsett also came back. Unfortunately, Josh Gordon was absent from what I hear, so I think adding a wide receiver wouldn't hurt. But I also think adding an offensive lineman also would not be the worst thing. I think something on the offense. I think this offense needs help, and if it's since we just signed Ben Watson back, I don't think tight end is going to be. I don't think it's like a super need like that we need to fill at the trade deadline. Although I don't think adding a tight end would be the worst thing. I think signing Ben Watson back does kind of show that it it's not something we're looking to fill at the trade deadline. At least that's the message I'm receiving here. But um, yeah, I think we should add a wide receiver, and I don't think AJ Green would truly be the worst addition. I mean, yeah, he's injured, and I think he's out till like week 8 or week 10 or something. But we would have him for that stronger midpoint in the season. I think he'd be a nice addition to the offense, and yeah, I don't think it'd be the worst thing. And I only mention AJ Green because of the rumors. So, but yeah, I'd take those with a grain of salt. So, um, so yeah, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think we should do at the trade deadline? I'm definitely more interested to know your guys' perspective on this. You guys have heard my perspective. I want to hear yours. But as far as this game goes, I much like to this point in the season, it was just kind of business as usual. Our defense played a hell of a game, and it's looking more and more good. But schedule is going to get tougher, so we'll see. But until then, we're 6-0. That's great. Let's keep it going.